G'day, today I'm going to show you how to import a DWG file or an AutoCAD file into your Revit project so that you can trace it or use it for presentation purposes or whatnot, whichever you wish. Alright, so when we open Revit, you can see we've got our blank workspace here. Now it doesn't have to be blank, you can already be working on your project, and maybe you want to bring in a DWG of toilet blocks or whatever, so that you don't have to draw them in 3D. That's fine. So just as long as in your project browser over here that you're actually set up in the view that you want to bring the 2D file into. So you can actually bring the file into an elevation if it's a tree or a car or people or something. That's fine. Or into your floor plans. I'm just going to bring an old university project just for this demonstration. So in the ribbon up here, we're going to click on Insert and then Import CAD. So we'll click on this one. Now we've got a fair few options here, which I'll just run through briefly. One of the important ones is this current view only. Now without this checked, this file will be brought into the project in every single view that we have in the project, which is a pain in the bum. So make sure you click on current view only if this view that you're wanting to bring it in is actually the only view you want to see the DWG in. Now you can bring it in with the AutoCAD colors, but I usually stick to black and white, especially if I'm just going to trace it. Or now all the layers, you can specify which layers you want to bring it in, or bring them all in. I just usually bring them all in. You can also get Revit to auto-detect the units that the AutoCAD file was drawn with. Now I know it was drawn in millimeters, so I'm actually going to click on that because I've found the auto-detection can be a bit unreliable at times, and it's a bit of a pain to sort of rescale it once you're in the project. So if you do know that the file was drawn in millimeters or meters, then specify it here. The last one to discuss is this positioning. Now you can either get it to automatically drop into the project at its origin point or its center point, or you can do it manually. Depending on how the DWG was drawn, will depend how well the automatic placement works. If the AutoCAD file wasn't drawn at a 0,0 origin, then it might be too high for the view or too low for the view, so you won't see it, or it might be way off to the left or way off to the right. So if you stick to manual center, I think you'll find you'll have little troubles. That's the one I stick to. So we're going to go ahead and open that. And now, as I said, it's stuck to the middle of my the mouse is stuck to the middle of the DWG file, and it's moving around with my mouse. So I'm just going to click to load this. Perfect, and that's where I wanted it. Another thing that I do once, let's just say that I wanted it over here a bit, so I just move it to exactly where I wanted it. Then we're going to go ahead and click on it, and up here in the ribbon I'm going to click on Pin. Now what Pin does is it locks it in place, so I can't actually drag it and move it around. As hard as I try, I can't do it. Now this is good because it avoids you accidentally moving it if you're tracing it, or if you're sharing files with other people in the workplace. It stops them from moving it as well. Simply to move it, then you simply you can unpin it here, and we'll just move it up here and repin it again. It's not an issue, but it's a very handy tool, that pin. So that's about it. Now I'll just check that it's scaled in properly. I've got a dimension here already, so how do we go? 3 meters. That's 3 meters there. That's perfect. So I can now go ahead and either trace that, do line work over it, or override it to put it in the background. Okay, thank you for watching.